2025 and beyond! 2024 has come to a close, and with that comes 2025. A whole new year of video game releases, with 2025 shaping up to be one of the pinnacle years of the video game industry. From the incoming releases of GTA 6 on the horizon, to the new spin-off from FromSoftware of Elden Ring, Nightreign, to Hideo Kojima's new game, Death Stranding 2, and the resurgence of the Metal Gear Solid franchise, with Metal Gear Solid Delta. Overall, 2025 is looking like a banger of a year, and that's why today, I've decided to cover all the new game releases of 2025. They look pretty sick, so strap in. Which one is your personal favorite? Let's find out. Grand Theft Auto 6. Grand Theft Auto 6 will follow two brand new protagonists to the GTA series. You have Lucia and Jason. And once again, we'll see us exploring Vice City, a modern take on Miami, Florida, set to launch on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC sometime in fall 2025. Yeah, I will be playing that shit on day one and taking off work for about a week. Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Death Stranding 2 will be Hideo Kojima's next big game release. Taking place after the events of the first Death Stranding, the story will once again follow Sam Porter Bridges, played by The Walking Dead's Norman Reedus, and is looking to build upon the cargo and stealth-based gameplay, using big-name actors and top-of-the-line cinematics to help bring this story to life. Death Stranding 2 on the beach is set to launch on PS5 at launch, with a PC release almost certainly in the near future. I'll be looking forward to seeing you guys on the beach in 2025. Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. We finally got a glimpse of Naughty Dog's next game, the critically acclaimed studio behind the Last of Us series and Uncharted, and it seems like we'll be in for an intergalactic journey this time around. The game follows a bounty hunter named Jordan A. Munn, who gets stranded on a remote planet, searching for a crime syndicate. Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet will be releasing on PS5 in 2025, but I'll be needing more gameplay to be totally sold on the game. Ghost of Yotei. The sequel to 2020 smash hit Ghost of Tsushima, once again developed by Sony's Sucker Punch. Ghost of Yotei will follow a new protagonist named Atsu and takes place in 1603 on the dangerous land surrounding Mount Yotei. Ghost of Yotei will be a PS5 exclusive and is shaping up to be PlayStation's next big first-party game. And you can guarantee that this one will be an absolute banger, so be sure to keep your eyes peeled. Marvel's Wolverine. Based on the Marvel Comics Wolverine, developed by Insomniac Games, like many other major releases in 2025, Marvel's Wolverine suffered a massive leak in 2024, showcasing early gameplay and story beats. Now, I won't be giving anything away here, but I will say that Marvel's Wolverine is starting to look like an epic expansion to the Marvel Universe. Marvel's Wolverine will launch on PS5 sometime in 2025. The Witcher 4. After the disastrous release of Cyberpunk 2077 and the incredible turnaround of that game, fans are eagerly anticipating CDPR's return, and it's safe to say that I'm rooting for them. The Witcher 4 will be a new installment in a trilogy of games, with the first one following Ciri, Geralt's adopted daughter, who has now become a full Witcher after undergoing the painful trial of the Grasses. The Witcher 4 will be powered by Unreal Engine 5 and will be releasing on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC sometime in 2025. Elden Ring, Nightreign. After the massive commercial and critical success of Elden Ring in 2022, we all assumed that we'll be getting more Elden Ring on the horizon. But what we didn't expect was an Elden Ring spin-off. Nightreign will be a standalone, competitive action survival game placed in the Elden Ring universe. And unlike Elden Ring, won't be an RPG, but will offer multiple heroes to choose from as we fight bosses and survive 3 in-game days with a team or solo in a new location named Limveld. Yeah, sign me up! Elden Ring Nightreign will be coming to PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC in 2025. The first Berserker, Khazan. This hardcore action RPG is set 800 years before the events of Dungeon Fighter Online, where players will take control of Khazan the legendary general of the Pelos Empire, and is an ancestor to all Slayers. After being falsely accused of treason and being banished, Khazan seeks revenge while uncovering the truth behind his downfall. Gameplay will feature hack-and-slash combat, and will give players a chance to master multiple weapons and create their own combat style that works for them. The first Berserker, Khazan, will release on PS5, Xbox Series consoles, and PC on March 27th, 2025. Pragmata. Developed by Capcom, and so far, they've done a good job keeping the game under wraps. But what we do know from a couple teaser trailers is that Pragmata will follow a young girl and an astronaut who travel to a dystopian future and explore a lunar world. Pragmata will be coming to PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC in 2025. Phantom Blade Zero. Phantom Blade Zero is an upcoming action role-playing game with hack-and-slash elements, developed by Chinese game studio S-Game. Phantom Blade Zero will be coming to PS5 and PC in 2025, and although it might smell like an exclusive, there actually is no exclusivity deal yet. And these trailers do look badass, but I'll need a demo to make sure that it runs as good as it looks. Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta. An ambitious remake to Hideo Kojima's masterpiece, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, and will be an action-adventure stealth game developed in-house at Konami. Players will take control of an elite soldier who must use stealth and survival skills to infiltrate enemy territory and stop a weapon of mass destruction from triggering a global war. Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta will be releasing on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC in 2025. This one can't come soon enough. The child in me is just itching to play. 1943 Rise of Hydra. 1943 will be a narrative-driven action-adventure game set in Nazi-occupied Paris during World War II. Players will assume the role of 4 heroes: Captain America, Azuri, a World War II Black Panther, Gabriel Jones, a Howling Commando, and Anali, a Wakandan spy. The story will center around a tense alliance between Captain America and Azuri, Black Panther, as they confront their common enemy, Hydra, against the backdrop of war. Judas. Judas is a single-player, narrative-driven first-person shooter developed by Ghost Story Games and is led by Kevin Levine, the creative director behind BioShock and System Shock 2. Set on a deteriorating spaceship called the Mayflower, players will take the role of Judas, a hacker and self-taught engineer with a bad reputation on board. Judas is scheduled to release in March 2025 on PS5, Xbox Series consoles, and PC. Crimson Desert. An upcoming open-world action-adventure game by game studio Pearl Abyss. Taking place on the continent of Pywell, players will control Cliff as he goes with a group called the Greymanes on their mission to save Pywell from catastrophe, exploring a huge world filled with treasures and mystical beings. Crimson Desert will release in late 2025 for current and last-gen consoles, as well as PC. Dying Light: The Beast. Originally thought to be an expansion for Dying Light 2, but was later revealed to actually be a standalone game in the zombie action-adventure series. Set 13 years after the original Dying Light, players will once again play as Kyle Crane, the series protagonist from the original Dying Light game. He's been held captive and experimented on for over a decade, becoming infused with zombie DNA, and can now transform into a beast that has increased strength and agility. Yeah, seems weird. Dying Light: The Beast will be coming to current and last-gen consoles, as well as PC in summer 2025. Borderlands 4. The 5th main entry in the first-person looter shooter series, developed by Gearbox Studios and published by 2K Games. Borderlands 4 is looking to revitalize the looter shooter genre, and will see players traveling to Pandora's Moon, and will feature 4 new Vault Hunters to play as, a new villain called the Timekeeper, and of course an overflowing abundance of guns to chase. Borderlands 4 will arrive on PS5, Xbox Series consoles, and PC in late 2025. Pokemon Legends Z through A. The second entry in the Pokemon Legends series, and will feature new Pokemon and Pokemon forms, while still remaining a part of the 9th generation Pokédex. The game will see us returning to Lumos City from Generation 6's Pokemon X and Y, and hopefully, new Mega Pokemon. Pokemon Legends Z through A will release on Nintendo Switch 1 and 2 in 2025. Avowed. Created by Obsidian Games, the studio behind Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Outer Worlds, and Fallout New Vegas. Avowed will be a first-person dark fantasy action-adventure RPG and takes place on Aurora, the same fictional world as the Pillars of Eternity series, another franchise by Obsidian Games, but will be a few years in the future, and will feature a new region called the Living Lands. The players will take on a role of an envoy from Adir, a distant land, and is sent to investigate a spreading plague known as the Dream Scourge. Avowed will release on Xbox Series consoles, Game Pass, and PC on February 13th, 2025. Split Fiction. Developed by Hazelight Studios, the studio behind the 2021 Game of the Year winner, It Takes Two. The main appeal of a game like Split Fiction is that it's essentially a single-player game that's built like a two-player split-screen co-op action-adventure game. Split Fiction will see players controlling Mio and Zoe, contrasting writers who become trapped in their own stories after a predatory company tried stealing their ideas. To escape, they must first band together by mastering abilities and overcoming challenges across both sci-fi and fantasy worlds. Split Fiction will arrive on PS5, Xbox Series consoles, and PC on March 6, 2025. Cronos: The New Dawn. The new third-person survival horror game from Bloober Team, the company behind the Layers of Fear franchise, and the developers who brought Silent Hill 2 Remake to life. Cronos will take place in a post-apocalyptic 1980s Poland, where players will take on the role of a traveler for the collective. Players will navigate brutal wastelands and search for time rifts that will transport them back in time to prevent a cataclysm. Cronos: The New Dawn will arrive on PS5, Xbox Series consoles, and PC in mid to late 2025. Doom: The Dark Ages. An upcoming first-person shooter developed by id Software and published by Bethesda. Narratively, Doom: The Dark Ages will be a prequel to Doom 2016 and follows the rise of the series' protagonist, the Doomslayer. It will be the 8th main entry in the Doom franchise and the 3rd entry in the modern releases post-2016 Doom. Doom: The Dark Ages will release on Xbox Series consoles, Game Pass, PS5, and PC mid to late 2025. Fable. Developed by Playground Games, Fable, or better known as Fable 4, will be a soft reboot for the Fable franchise. The game will be a third-person action RPG, and will see players returning after many years to Albion, and will feature the franchise's signature humor. Fable 4 will release on Xbox Series consoles, Game Pass, and PC in mid to late 2025. Mafia: The Old Country. A third-person action-adventure game developed by Hangar 13. Narratively, the game will be a prequel to the original Mafia trilogy and will take place in 1900s Sicily, following Enzo Favera, a survivor of indentured labor in the sulfur mines, as he seeks to prove himself to the Cosa Nostra, the Sicilian Mafia, and create a better life for himself. Mafia: The Old Country will release on PS5, Xbox Series consoles, and PC in mid-2025. Metroid Prime 4: Beyond. A first-person action-adventure game developed by Nintendo's Retro Studios, the original Metroid Prime developer, and will see players once again controlling Samus Aran, the galaxy's top bounty hunter, as she embarks on a new journey. Metroid Prime 4: Beyond will release on Switch 1 and 2 mid to late 2025. 2025 potentials and beyond! Resident Evil 9, Max Payne 1 and 2 Remake, Control 2, Okami Sequel, Onimusha: Way of the Sword, new 3D Mario game, and Mario Kart, along with the Nintendo Switch 2. Gears of War E-Day. Now thank you guys so much if you stayed the entire time. 2025 is starting to look like one hell of a year. Measuring up to some of the greatest years in gaming, we all know that 2025 will have plenty of surprises. Some games will get revealed, and undoubtedly some games will get delayed. But for now at least, we have plenty to look forward to. Now, as always, remember to like, comment, subscribe, do anything you guys can to help me. I am just one guy and I make these videos because it is my passion. So thank you very much, have a nice day. This has been Drew Spacely. Peace. Oh yeah, by the way, let's try to get this one to like, I don't know, 300 likes. You guys can do it. Sorry, one more thing. I waste a lot of time and energy making this video right here. So please, go check it out. Like right now. Go check it out like right now. Like right now, go check it out. Go check it out like right now.